What you think you know is only the beginning.
On the evening of December 30th, 2000, in Tokyo's tranquil Setagaya ward, the Miyazawa family, Mikio 44, Yasuko 41, Ninya 8, and Rei 6, settled into their cozy two-story home on Kamisoshinaga Street, preparing for New Year's Eve. The house, a modest wooden structure near Soshigaya Park, hummed with warmth. Nina's crayon drawings of cats adorned the fridge, Rei's toy trains lined his bedroom floor, and Yasuko's lesson plans for her cram school sat neatly on the kitchen table. Mikio, a gentle ad consultant with a knack for storytelling, savored these quiet moments, his laughter mingling with his children's giggles. That night, an intruder slipped into their sanctuary, unleashing a brutality that would shatter Tokyo's sense of safety. Setagaya, a leafy suburb west of central Tokyo, was a haven of middle-class calm, its narrow streets lined with cherry trees and bicycles. In late December, the neighborhood buzzed with New Year preparations. Families pounded mochi, cleaned homes for oshogatsu, and visited shrines to pray for prosperity. The Miyazawa's home, nestled near a park under renovation, stood out for its simplicity: a small garden with potted azaleas, a mailbox painted with Nina's handprints. The park's construction, noisy and disruptive, had drawn complaints, but no one imagined it as a backdrop to horror. Setagaya's low crime rate, burglaries were rare, murders unheard of, lulled residents into trust. The Miyazawas were beloved in their community. Mikio, a University of Tokyo graduate, worked at a Shibuya ad agency, crafting campaigns with quiet pride. Known for his patience, he coached Nina's soccer team, cheering her clumsy kicks. Yasuko, a dedicated teacher, ran a cram school for local children, her warm smile easing their exam fears. She dreamed of expanding her school, scribbling plans in a notebook adorned with Nina's stickers. Miena, a bubbly third grader, loved drawing cats and singing enka songs, her voice echoing through the house. Rei, shy and frail due to a congenital heart condition, found joy in his train sets, arranging them with meticulous care. Their routine was comfortingly predictable. On December 30, Mikio returned from work at 5:30 p.m. carrying a bag of mochi from a local shop. Yasuko cooked sukiyaki, the savory aroma filling the kitchen as Nina chattered about her school play. Rei, clutching a toy Shinkansen, sat quietly, his asthma inhaler nearby. By 7:00 p.m., the family ate together, laughing over Mikio's tale of a botched ad pitch. At 8:30 p.m., Yasuko tucked the children into bed, reading them a folktale about Tanabata. By 10:30 p.m., Yasuko's mother, Asako, who lived next door, heard Nina's giggle through an open window, a final echo of joy. The tragedy unfolded in silence. Sometime after 11:00 p.m., an intruder entered through a second-floor bathroom window, climbing a tree and slicing the screen with a blade. Mikio was attacked first, stabbed 12 times in the living room, his body crumpling near a bookshelf. Rei, asleep in his room, was strangled, his small frame undisturbed by the chaos. Yasuko and Nina, likely awakened by the noise, fled to the attic, where they were slashed over 40 times, their blood soaking the tatami. The killer's ferocity, over 60 stab wounds across the family, suggested rage or cold precision, a motive obscured by the night. The discovery came on December 31 at 10:50 a.m. when Asako, worried by unanswered calls, used her spare key to enter. The front door was locked, curtains drawn, an eerie stillness replacing the usual chatter. Inside, blood stained the staircase, a crimson trail leading to Mikio's body, his glasses askew. Upstairs, Rei lay lifeless, his train set untouched. In the attic, Yasuko and Niina were crumpled together, their faces frozen in terror. Asako's scream pierced the quiet street, drawing neighbors who stood frozen, unable to comprehend the scene. "Not the Miyazawas," a retiree whispered, clutching her scarf. Tokyo's reaction was immediate and profound. Setagaya police arrived within minutes, their white-gloved officers cordoning off the house as forensic vans clogged Kamisoshinaga Street. Over 40 investigators swarmed the scene, their faces grim under New Year's banners fluttering incongruously above. Asako, catatonic, was led to an ambulance muttering, "My babies." Mikio's colleagues, alerted by radio reports, rushed to Setagaya, stunned by the loss of their gentle genius. Yasuko's students, gathering for a holiday class, wept outside the cram school, clutching her handwritten notes. The community, unaccustomed to violence, reeled in disbelief. Setagaya Park, a block away, was a place for picnics, not crime scenes. Neighbors recalled minor oddities: a man loitering near the park's construction site days prior, his face obscured by a cap; unfamiliar skateboarders lingering after dark. The Miyazawa's home, isolated by trees and the park's shadow, offered cover for an intruder. No security cameras or alarms protected the house, a norm entrusting Setagaya. The park's renovation, displacing transients, sparked whispers of a drifter's grudge, though no evidence supported it. Initial police findings were chilling. The killer left a bloodied 25-cent knife, its blade etched with the family's DNA. A black Uniqlo jacket, scarf, and handkerchief abandoned carried foreign DNA and sand from the Tama River. Bloody footprints, size 27.5. The intruder's audacity stunned investigators. He ate 4 melon ice creams, drank barley tea, and used the family's computer for 15 minutes at 1:18 a.m. milling, browsing a theater site. He napped on the sofa, leaving a sweat stain, as if mocking the sanctity of the home. Nothing was stolen. 200,000 yen in cash remained untouched. Miyazawa's vulnerabilities deepened the tragedy. Rei's heart condition made him fragile, his inhaler a constant companion. Nina's openness, she waved to strangers, reflected the family's trust. Mikio's work, managing high-stakes ad contracts, occasionally drew rivals, but no threats were documented. Yasuko's cram school, a community hub, had no enemies. Their openness, sharing routines with neighbors, may have aided the killer. Was it random or targeted? The lack of robbery suggested a personal motive, yet no suspect surfaced. The emotional weight crushed Setagaya. Nini's classmates, led by a tearful friend, left cat drawings at the school gate. "We miss you, Nina." Rei's soccer coach, a gruff man, broke down, clutching Rei's tiny cleats. Yasuko's students canceled classes, their parents whispering about safety. Mikio's firm, a sleek Shibuya office, dimmed its lights, his desk piled with condolence notes. Asako, hospitalized for shock, refused to speak, her silence louder than any cry. Neighbors held an impromptu vigil, their candles flickering against the winter chill, praying for a family now gone. Media descended like a storm. NHK broadcasted images of the cordoned house. Mikio's smiling photo, a bespectacled man with a warm grin, plastered across screens. New Year nightmare, while Asahi Shimbun urged calm. Reporters swarmed Kamizoshinaga Street, thrusting microphones at neighbors. "Did you hear screams?" Flyers with suspect sketches, "Mail 2030, slim," flooded Setagaya, pinned to lampposts and shop windows. A hotline buzzed with 500 tips by dusk, most vague but fueling hope. Tokyo, a city of millions, felt small, its safety a shattered illusion. The broader context raised questions. Setagaya's lack of CCTV, only 5% of streets had cameras in 2000, left police blind. Japan's low homicide rate, 0.5 per 100,000, made such crimes anomalies, leaving investigators unprepared. The park's construction, employing undocumented workers, complicated witness searches, systemic issues, trust in neighbors, no home security, exposed vulnerabilities. Was the killer a local, exploiting familiarity, or a transient drawn by chaos? The Miyazawa's home, once a beacon of warmth, stood empty, its silence a wound that Setagaya could not heal. On January 1, 2001, Tokyo's Setagaya ward pulsed with urgency as police and residents sought answers to the Miyazawa family's murder. The Setagaya Police Department, led by Inspector Hiroshi Tanaka, established a command post at the local station, mobilizing 200 officers. Yasuko's mother, inconsolable, pleaded on TV, "Find who did this." Neighbors, shaken, formed search groups, scouring Setagaya Park for clues. Tokyo, poised for New Year celebrations, redirected its energy to a grim hunt, hoping to unmask a killer who'd vanished into the night. Police employed exhaustive methods. Over 500 homes were canvassed, residents questioned about strangers or noises. The last sighting of the family, 10:30 p.m., December 30, via Yasuko's mother's call, set the timeline. No CCTV covered Kami Soshinaga Street, but a nearby convenience store's camera captured a man in a black jacket at 11:45 p.m., unidentifiable. The killer's DNA found on the handkerchief was male, with traces suggesting mixed ancestry, possibly Korean or Western. Over 1,000 tips flooded the hotline, most speculative but diligently chased. Search teams targeted Setagaya Park, its dense trees a potential hideout. Volunteers bundled against January chill combed trails, finding a discarded jacket, size medium, no DNA, rain, falling lightly, muddied footprints frustrating forensic teams. The Tama River, 500 meters away, was dragged, yielding trash but no weapons or clothing. Tracking dogs, given the killer's scarf, lost the scent at a bus stop, suggesting he'd fled by public transport. Each dead end deepened the city's unease, fueling demands for answers. Community efforts were fervent. Local businesses printed 10,000 flyers with suspect sketches, male 2030 slim dark clothing. Schools, including Niainas, held safety drills, parents clutching their children tighter. Temples opened for prayers, incense curling under photos of the Miyazawas. They were our neighbors, said a retiree, placing mochi at their gate. Media amplified the search, NHK airing pleas hourly. Yet whispers of fear persisted. Was the killer still in Setagaya, watching? Key moments sparked hope. A taxi driver reported a nervous passenger near Setagaya at 2:00 a.m. December 31, but the man, a drunk salaryman, was cleared. A blood-stained glove found in a park dumpster mismatched the crime scene's DNA. Witnesses recalled a skateboarder loitering days prior, but he was a local teen, uninvolved. The killer's audacity, eating 4 ice creams, using the toilet to suggest confidence or derangement, baffling profilers. He's taunting us, Tanaka told his team. Challenges loomed large. Tokyo's density, 12 million people, offered countless hiding spots. The lack of CCTV, rare in 2000, Setagaya, crippled visual leads. The park's construction displaced workers, some undocumented, complicating interviews. Language barriers with potential witnesses, Korean or Chinese laborers, slowed progress. Volunteer fatigue set in, many returned to work, guilt-ridden. Media pressure, with reporters swarming Tanaka's briefings, risked leaks. We're drowning in tips, an officer sighed, sorting unverified calls. The emotional toll was crushing. Yasuko's mother, hospitalized for shock, refused to leave Setagaya. Mikio's brother Kenji flew from Osaka, vowing justice. They were my everything. Nini's teacher, weeping, kept her desk empty. Rei's train set displayed at a vigil drew sobs. Tanaka, a father, admitted sleepless nights. I see Rei's face. The community's unity frayed. Some avoided the Miyazawa home, now a dark landmark. Online forums buzzed with theories. Yakuza, revenge, serial killer, none substantiated. By January 15, the search radius spanned Tokyo's 23 wards. A tip about a man selling a knife at a Shinjuku pawn shop led to a dead end. The blade was clean. The killer's DNA, cross-checked with 5,000 profiles, matched no one. His clothing, Uniqlo jacket, Slazenger shoes, was mass-produced, sold nationwide. The bus stop scent trail suggested he boarded the Seibu-Shinjuku line, but no footage existed. Tokyo, a city of order, grappled with chaos, its faith shaken. The Miyazawa's memory drove the search onward. By February 2001, the investigation into the brutal murders of the Miyazawa family. Mikio, 44, Yasuko, 41, Ninya, 8, and Rei, 6, had consumed Tokyo's Setagaya Police Department. Inspector Hiroshi Tanaka, a stoic veteran, led a task force of 250 officers, their command post a hive of maps, tip logs, and forensic reports. The crime scene, the Miyazawa's 2-story home in Setagaya's Kamizoshinaga Street, was a paradox, a blood-soaked slaughter juxtaposed with the killer's casual linger. Eating ice cream, napping, browsing the family's computer, Evidence abounded. DNA, footprints, clothing. But no suspect emerged, leaving Tokyo gripped by fear and frustration. The timeline was meticulously reconstructed. On December 30, 2000, between 11 o'clock p.m. and 1 o'clock, IMing the killer struck. Mikio was stabbed 12 times in the living room. His body crumpled near the sofa. Rei, 6, was strangled in his bedroom. His train toys untouched. Yasuko and Nina, found in the attic, suffered over 40 combined stab wounds, their blood pooling on the tatami. The killer entered via a second-floor bathroom window, cutting the screen with a blade. A 25 semi-knife, left bloodied, bore only the victim's DNA. Its steel traced to a common Kanto brand. Forensic analysis painted a vivid yet elusive portrait. The killer's DNA, male and type A, was found on a black handkerchief, scarf, and toilet residue. Mitochondrial DNA suggested Korean maternal lineage, possibly Western paternal, a rare profile in Japan. Sand particles on the scarf from the Tama River's upper basin hinted at a killer familiar with rural Kanto. Footprints, size 27.5 C, match Slazenger sneakers sold in 10,000 pairs nationwide. A Uniqlo jacket, size medium, carried sweat and blood. His own, from a cut hand. "He's real, not a ghost," Tanaka told his team, urging persistence. The crime scene's details deepened the enigma. The killer ate 4 melon ice creams, leaving wrappers in the trash. He drank barley tea, leaving a half-empty bottle. The family's PC, used at 1:18 a.m. showed visits to a Shinjuku theater site, and Mikio's work email suggesting curiosity or familiarity. The toilet, unflushed, provided fecal DNA, confirming the male profile. Bite marks on the ice cream wrappers preserved indicated a slight jaw misalignment, but dental records required a suspect. The killer napped on the sofa, leaving a faint sweat stain. His audacity stunning investigators. Witness accounts were tantalizingly vague. A neighbor, Mr. Sato, heard a thud at 11:45 p.m., mistaking it for construction. A jogger passing Setagaya Park at midnight saw a man in a black jacket pacing, muttering, but his face was shadowed. A 7-Eleven clerk, 400 meters away, recalled a scruffy guy buying bandages at 12:30 a.m., his hand wrapped in cloth. No CCTV captured him. Setagaya's sparse cameras covering 5% of streets frustrated efforts. Over 2,500 interviews, neighbors, park workers, Mikio's clients, yielded no motive or suspect. In March, a breakthrough sparked hope. A pawn shop in Chiba reported a man selling a blood-stained knife, its 25 cm blade matching the crime scenes. The seller, a homeless man, was cleared. His DNA mismatched, but the knife's steel, a Seki City alloy, led to 1,500 retail checks, none tied to a buyer. The Uniqlo jacket, sold in 12,000 units, prompted 6,000 customer interviews, all dead end. The Slazenger sneakers, traced to a Tokyo chain, had 8,000 sales records, none link. "It's like chasing smoke," an officer sighed. The investigation probed potential motives. Mikio's ad agency work was scrutinized. A former client, fired for fraud, had threatened him, but his alibi. Osaka, December 30th, was solid. Yasuko's cram school, teaching 15 students, had no disputes. The Setagaya Park renovation, displacing transients, fueled theories of a vagrant's rage. Police interviewed 60 laborers, including undocumented Koreans and Chinese, finding no matches. The house's isolation, flanked by trees, near a park, suggested a killer who studied its vulnerabilities. He knew the layout, Tanaka speculated. The emotional toll was crushing. Yasuko's mother, Asako, hospitalized for grief, clutched Nina's scarf, whispering, "Why them?" Mikio's brother, Kenji, quit his Osaka job, scouring Setagaya. "I owe them justice." Nina's teacher, Mitsuki, kept her drawings, cats, smiling families, on display, choking back tears. Rei's classmates left train toys at school, a silent tribute. Tanaka, a father of 3, avoided his daughter's gaze, haunted by Rei's still form. "I see their faces. he told NHK, his voice cracking. The community's trust crumbled, replaced by locked doors and suspicion. New clues surfaced in June. A Tama River search found a backpack near a sandbar containing a bloodied shirt, unrelated DNA. A Shibuya bartender recalled a nervous Korean guy in January bragging about a job in Setagaya, but he'd vanished. The killer's DNA retested with new kits confirmed a rare haplotype, narrowing suspects to 0.8% of Japan's population. A glove found near the park bore no DNA. Police swabbed 4,000 men, construction workers, delivery men, Mikio's colleagues, all negative. Each lead fizzled, deepening Tokyo's despair. Media pressure intensified. Asahi Shimbun ran Setagaya stalled headlines, questioning police competence. Reporters camped outside Tanaka Station demanding updates. Online forums buzzed with theories. Yakuza hit, serial killer, foreign fugitive. Some posts, xenophobic, targeted Korean residents, sparking protests. Tanaka, weary, urged calm. DNA doesn't lie. The Miyazawa home, sealed, drew mourners and gawkers, its gate piled with flowers. Setagaya, once serene, felt cursed, its residents haunted by an unseen killer. The investigation's scope was staggering. Over 150,000 man-hours, 15,000 interviews, and 7,000 tips yielded no arrest. Japan's small DNA database covered 20,000 profiles, limited matches. Privacy laws barred mass swabs. The lack of CCTV, a 2,000 norm, blinded visuals. Tanaka's team, stretched, faced burnout. Officers missed family events, their resolve tested. The Miyazawa's memory drove them. Mikio's smile, Yasuko's kindness, Niina's art, Rei's trains. Tokyo, a city of order, grappled with chaos, its heart heavy with an unsolved wound. By August 2001, the Setagaya murders remained Tokyo's most baffling case, with no suspect arrested for the slaughter of Mikio, Yasuko, Niina, and Rei Miyazawa. Inspector Hiroshi Tanaka's task force, swollen to 300, chased a killer defined by DNA, male type A, mixed Korean Western ancestry, but faceless. The crime, executed December 31, 2000, was brutal yet bizarre. 60 stab wounds, then hours of the killer eating ice cream, napping, and using the family's PC. Evidence, Uniqlo jacket, Schlesinger sneakers, Tama-san. Taunted police, but the killer, a phantom, slipped through Tokyo's grasp, leaving Setagaya scarred. The suspect profile was chillingly detailed. DNA found on a handkerchief, scarf, and toilet suggested a man aged 20-30, slim, 171, 180 EMEs, his size 27.5 sneakers and medium jacket fit an average Kanto male. Behavioral clues? Eating 4 ice creams, drinking barley tea, browsing a theater site at 1:18 a.m. hinted at arrogance or psychosis. He's mocking us, profiler Dr. Yuki Sato told Tanaka, citing the unflushed toilet. The killer's blood from a cut hand suggested a struggle, possibly with Mikio, yet no name or face materialized. Police pursued every lead relentlessly. The Uniqlo jacket, sold in 15,000 units, led to 8,000 buyer interviews, all cleared. The Schlesinger sneakers, traced to 12,000 sales, yielded no matches. Tama River sand, from a 60 km stretch, prompted 20 searches, finding a bloodied knife sheath, unrelated DNA. The handkerchief's DNA with a rare haplotype was cross-checked, with 25,000 profiles including Interpol's, but hit no matches. Over 5,000 men, park workers, deliverymen, students, were swabbed, all negative. He's invisible, Tanaka muttered. Witness accounts fueled fleeting hope. A bus driver recalled a twitchy guy boarding at 3:00 a.m. December 31 near Soshigaya with a duffel bag. No footage existed, the man untraced. A park janitor saw a bandaged guy loitering December 29, but he was a local, uninvolved. A Shinjuku bar owner reported a foreigner in February 2001 boasting about blood work. Possibly American or Australian. He'd left Japan, untraceable. Each story, vivid, collapsed, leaving police chasing shadows in Tokyo's sprawl. The killer's behavior sparked endless theories. His entry, climbing a tree, cutting a window screen, showed planning. The 60 stab wounds, especially to Yasuko and Nina, suggested rage, yet his 10-hour stay implied calm. Was he a spurned friend? A drifter? Mikio's ad agency was re-examined. A rival executive with a grudge was swabbed but cleared. Yasuko's cram school had no enemies. The park's transients displaced by construction were interrogated. 80 men. No DNA matches. He knew the house, Tanaka theorized, noting the precise entry. No arrest was made, but clues persisted. In October, a Yokohama pawn shop reported a man selling a 25cm knife, its steel matching the crime scenes. The seller, a fisherman, was cleared, his DNA mismatched. The PC's theater site, Shinjuku's Lumini, led to 300 patron interviews, none suspicious. The ice cream's bite marks, reanalyzed, confirmed a jaw misalignment, but dental databases were inaccessible. A glove found near the Tama bore no DNA. Police shared the killer's profile globally, hoping for a break, but Interpol's databases were silent. The community's reaction was raw and fractured. Kenji, Mikio's brother, led weekly marches, shouting, "Don't let them fade." Yasuko's mother, Asako, fled to Kyoto, unable to face Setagaya. Nina's school displayed her cat drawings, a memorial drawing tears. Rei's train set at a Jodo temple drew pilgrims. Residents, once trusting, installed cameras. Sashigaya Park emptied at dusk. Media savaged police. Yomiuri Shimbun demanding "Where's justice?" Online sleuths posted sketches, some blaming Koreans or foreigners, igniting hate. Tanaka pleaded for unity, ignored. The emotional toll crushed all involved. Tanaka, graying at 45, kept Nini's cat sketch in his wallet. For her. Officers, working 90-hour weeks, missed birthdays, their marriages strained. The Miyazawa home, a sealed shrine, drew mourners and vandals, its gate defaced with "Find Him." Vigils monthly saw 600 attendees, their candles of fragile light. "We're scared," a mother told Fuji TV, clutching her daughter. Tokyo's pride, its safety shattered, replaced by dread of an unseen predator. By 2003, the case was a marathon. Over 200,000 man-hours, 20,000 interviews, and 8,000 DNA swabs yielded nothing. The killer's clothing displayed at briefings mocked progress. A tip about a man in Sapporo with a similar knife was false. The Tama-san, retested, matched no sight. Japan's privacy laws blocked mass DNA sweeps. Tanaka, resolute, told his team, "We owe them." Setagaya haunted clung to the Miyazawas, Mikio's smile, Yasuko's warmth, Nina's art, Rei's trains, a call for an elusive truth. If you're passionate about shocking crimes and secrets that have never been revealed, follow 24H Crimes Archives. We tell the stories of the crimes and you are the one uncovering the truth. Stay with us because the truth always speaks.